In the last few weeks, after months of intelligence gathering, police across the southwest have carried out raids on properties known as bases for dealing. This one you're about to witness in Bristol is the fourth I followed officers to on this particular day. In a briefing beforehand, we were told about the suspects likely to be inside and any possible escape routes or violent offenders we had to worry about. How did the officer leading it sign off? Happy hunting.
Round the back. Can we get cover? Round the back. Round the back.
It was stressed to me repeatedly that this operation is all about targeting the dealers, that the users, who are often exploited for use of their homes through a tactic known as cuckooing, are seen as victims. This property is owned by a vulnerable user who officers consider to be just caught up in it all. Another property raided had a 6-year-old boy inside. A third had 2 toddlers. Chris Green is a neighbourhood inspector who helped oversee the day's action.
We are very much focused on drug enforcement activity, getting to the heart of the organised crime groups that move within our areas, with a particular eye on the organised crime groups who exploit people and also pushing crack cocaine and heroin onto our streets. In Bristol alone, we've got 5,000 problematic drug users living with different levels of addiction. We've got a huge drug market. But for us, the seriousness is that a lot of this activity dominates our communities, and people want more for their areas. So this is about sending a strong message to those crime groups that dominate those communities. And we need to arrest people. We need to ensure that the full reach of the criminal justice system is opposed upon them. And that is very much what our officers have been out doing today.
The people being targeted in this are serious offenders who help run a hugely lucrative trade. The drug market just in Bristol is thought to be worth more than £100 million a year, and vulnerable kids are often dragged in to help move product around. Cue the drugs bus. Featuring an escape room, this drives from school to school and often pitches up in town centres like here in Weston-super-Mare to teach kids about the dangers of getting involved.
It's a very immersive and interactive workshop, and people will come on to there, young people, families, staff, people who work with young people, and they will come in and be immersed within the topics of substance misuse, county lines and offending. On the top deck, we actually have a drugs den, and that's designed in a way to give people an idea of what that environment can look like. So we have a mannequin up there that represents a person of a severe drug addiction and homelessness. And it's just a grotty room, an apartment really, but with a clear floor so everyone can sit down safely and engage in discussions depending on the topic that needs to be covered.
Drug use is an issue all around the southwest. That's why this action is being coordinated across the region. But in particular, it's a huge problem here in Bristol. I'm told 45% of the region's vulnerable users, that's people for whom their addiction is impacting their life, live here in this city. Be in no doubt, though, that the police are taking action.